Drone here. This is the EACHINE E30 drone, and last time I had this out, I wanted to do a clockwise yaw to the right. So I'm out in the middle of nowhere, shouldn't have any type of radio interference whatsoever, and we are binded, and we're ready for takeoff. No, we're not. You can see it wants to go off to the left. I actually have the quad backward. The blue lights are the front, the red are the back. I'm not too familiar with this quad, so as doing this, I wasn't properly set up, but that should not affect which way it's going. As you can see, I'm trying to trim it out, and obviously I trimmed it the wrong way because, again, I have the quad backwards. The blue lights should be in the front, and the red should be in the back, and that would assist myself in trimming, but prior to doing this, I was unaware. So right now I know it's trimmed to the left, which is actually to the right, if that makes any sense, way too much. So I'm going to trim it the other way. And as you can see now, I've trimmed it too far the other way. So now I'm going to have to bring it back towards the way that it was originally going to try to get a center. That way I'm going to be able to fly this. And as you can see, it's not jumping right too much. I almost have it to where I'm able to spin the blades and it's not going crazy. And there, we still got a little bit of a tilt. And right there, there's barely any tilt. And there, I think that's good. So I'm probably going to try to take off here. And we are going to, we're going to have to bring that down quick. The road's over there. Again, when I was doing this, I wasn't properly familiarized with the lights. The blue are the front and the red are the back. So I'm going to make sure this is completely trimmed out again. And again, it's going to the right a little. I think the gyroscope on this is way too sensitive. But there, we're not moving. A little bit to the left. I'm going to bring that over to the right a little bit more. Nope, still going to the left. And again, the trim buttons on this are on your controller, lower, bottom, right slide button. And we've trimmed it way too far to the left. So, bear with me here. You should not have to do this with a drone. This is only the second time I've flown it. The first time it acted horribly, like real bad. So we're trimming it the counter way. There. Yeah, as you can see, it's no longer leaning towards the left. I'm going to try to take off here. And again, the blue lights, which are now facing us, is the front. We're going to see if we can get any type of flight on this, give you a general flight review of this once it's in the air. Again, you should not have to trim out a quad that much prior to flight, so I'm not happy with that. But right away, I am happy with the way this is flying. Again, I had made note of the propellers in here. The majority of the propellers of an X5C series and all the clones are pretty much the same. These have a little bit more bend to them, a little bit more contour to them, and I think it looks really cool. I mean, you can see I'm getting decent range here. I'm not going to push the limits, but that's pretty good range just for something that this is the second time I'm flying. I don't know this quad well. The first time I barely got it off the ground because I was fighting against the way it wanted to turn and the way it went into pitch. But I have this trimmed out pretty well. You've seen how long it took. Not happy about that. But it's flying well here. And again, unlike what I did, you should always familiarize yourself with the quad you're flying, your orientation. Because the first time I had it all trimmed out and I decided to take off, it was probably good, but again, I didn't realize the blue was the front and red was back as far as the LEDs go. So definitely be aware of the quad you're flying. As you can see, red is closest to me, that is the back, and blue, we're going to take off here, that's the front. Yeah, I'm definitely liking, look at that, I have it in third speed. Watch that nose dip. That thing's almost going to a 90-degree angle. Well, I guess like an opposite 90-degree angle. 90-degree angle would be at like 12. The thing's like 12 on. Look at that, a bird. Bird just tried to attack the drone. Swooping back around. And bam, he's coming in again. I guess I'm flying in his airspace. There he goes again. Whoa, brought buddies. Whole flock of them. That's ridiculous. It's damn shame I didn't have my camera on, because that would have been some pretty sick footage. This does have a pretty decent camera that comes with it, Wi-Fi to a smart device. But again, I'm trying to figure out the ins and outs of this quad, because last time I wasn't able to get any type of flight whatsoever. This time it took me forever to trim it out. We are in the air. I am enjoying the flight of this. The flyability of this quad is through the roof. The pitch on that third speed setting, a lot of them, they'll drop their nose a lot, and it'll take forever to do a nose dive bomb to the ground. But look at this. I mean, it's pitching, if you were comparing to a clock, 12 o'clock being top and 6 o'clock being your 6 o'clock down towards the bottom. This thing's like at 5.5. This thing's almost pitching directly to the ground in that third speed setting. I've not seen that before. I've seen a heavy pitch. I have several quads that drop the nose pretty good, but this thing is slamming it just about to the ground. That's nuts. So again, maybe I have a defective drone. Maybe I have a drone that the gyroscope's messed up, that I'm going to have to trim it out every single time. I do have a friend that says his drone also has trimming issues. If anybody else has this drone, feel free to comment in the bottom. Go to Facebook, go to Drone Days, click join. I'll accept you. Talk about this drone, please. I mean, if you have a good one and it's flying superbly just like it is right now, and you don't have to trim it prior to flight, then again, maybe I have a defective one, maybe my friend has a defective one, or what I'm assuming is the gyros in these are extremely sensitive or very fragile. One or the other. But very cool quad. I mean, pretty stoked about that flight there. We are blinking here. I'm going to run it till the battery goes to see what this is going to do, if it's just going to fall from the sky, if it's going to try to do an auto land, and see what it's going to do. If it does try to do an auto land, these have very small peg landing gear. It's probably going to fall, but the motors aren't killed, so it's not just dropping. Very cool looking drone. Kind of matted black finish. And there you go. It's trying to do an auto land. And bam! Peg leg got stuck. I'm J-Drone. If you haven't subscribed, please do. This was the EACHINE E30. Have a great day and take care.